Dear students, today coming up to the end of the topic on legal control and protection organization would be talking about the Central Insecticides Laboratory, which is meant to analyze such samples of insecticides sent to it under the act by any officer or authority and submission of certificates of analysis to the concerned authority. To analyze samples of materials for insecticide residues under the provision of the act, to carry out such investigation as may be necessary for the purpose of ensuring the conditions of registration of insecticides, to determine the efficacy and toxicity of insecticides, to carry out such other functions as may be entrusted to it by the central government or by a state government with the permission of the central government and after consultation with the Central Insecticides Board, to facilitate framing of national standards on pesticides for monitoring their quality and residues. So these are the different functions of the Central Insecticides Laboratory. They need to look after all these things related to the insecticide. So this again is a very important plant protection organization. Techno Legal Cell. This looks after the coordination of work of RPTLs at headquarters regarding testing of chemicals and biopesticides, forwarding of analysis reports of the samples received from IPTLs through centralized coding cell and after billing and sealing, earmarking of analysis capacity to states, union territories which either do not have pesticide testing laboratories or adequate facilities for testing of all pesticides at RPTLs, updating or upgrading the analytical facilities at RPTLs or SPTLs, technical scrutiny of proposals received from states or union territories for release of grants in aid for strengthening or setting up of state pesticide testing laboratories and forwarding of proposals to DAC and FW, monitoring utilization of grants in aid, notification of central insecticide inspectors and monitoring of their work, extending guidance to states, central insecticide inspectors, etc., technical auditing of SPTLs, preparation or consolidation of statistical information on the all the above items which have been just dealt with. The National Pesticide Reference Repository. Now, this laboratory uh, would initially obtain technical grade pesticides, purify, standardize, and supply them to pesticides testing laboratories in the country. Subsequently, it will synthesize all the technical grade pesticides, standardize primary and secondary standards, supply reference standards, certified reference material to all pesticides testing laboratories. It would also be capable of providing them to private laboratories. Now, this is a repository. That means the technical grade pesticides are first brought and kept in these, and then they would then work upon these pesticides and decide whether they give these test chemicals or the pesticides are safe to use or not. National Pesticide Investigation Laboratory. Now, this helps in detection of lacing of biopesticides and bioproducts with chemical pesticides, detection of pesticides imported in the garb of other chemicals and intermediates by analyzing the samples sent by the government authorities, verification of variety of analysis of samples of pesticides by the insecticide analysts in all pesticide testing laboratory, development and validation of methods of analysis of newly introduced molecules and to provide them to all pesticides testing laboratories in the country, and support to environment impact study cell of the registration committee. Now, these are the activities which are conducted by the National Pesticide Investigation Laboratory. Strengthening and modernization of plant quarantine facilities in India is SMPQF. The scheme has been continuing as a central sector scheme since 1949. The scheme is implemented by the Government of India, Ministry of Agriculture, Department of Agriculture and Cooperation, Directorate of Plant Protection, Quarantine and Storage in accordance with the DIP Act 1914. International Plant Protection Convention of Food and Agriculture Organization 1951. Government's primary objectives under the scheme are to prevent introduction and spread of exotic pests that are harmful to crops by regulating and restricting import of plant and plant products, to support market access for India's agricultural products, to facilitate safe global trade in agriculture by providing the producers and exporters a technically competent and reliable phytosanitary certification system to meet the requirements of trading partners. Government of India notified plant quarantine regulation of import into India order 2003, under which pest risk analysis of agricultural commodities is mandatory before import is permitted to safeguard Indian agriculture. There are 57 plant quarantine stations at major airports, seaports and land frontiers implementing PQ regulations, as has already been discussed earlier. The major activities under the scheme include conducting the pest risk analysis, that is the PRA, to finalize phytosanitary requirements for import of plant and plant material, inspection of imported agricultural commodities for preventing the introduction of exotic pests and diseases inimical to Indian fauna and flora to ensure agricultural biosecurity, inspection of agricultural commodities meant for export and issue of phytosanitary certificates as per the requirements of importing countries under International Plant Protection Convention. All these points also have been discussed earlier, but this has been just taken into consideration to sum up in short the details related to the plant quarantine. Detection of exotic pests and disease related already introduced for containing or controlling them by adopting domestic quarantine regulations, undertaking post-entry quarantine inspection in respect of identified planting materials. Now, the next organization is monitoring of pesticide residues at national level. A program for pesticide residue monitoring in on various food commodities such as vegetables, fruits, cereals, spices, pulses, milk, animal feed, fish, meat, tea, honey, dry fruits, eggs, soil and irrigated water. About 2% samples have recorded pesticide residues above national and codex MRLs. No pesticide is registered in India now without fixing MRLs. Very important to augment certification program in the long run. Thank you. So with this we end with the legal control and the plant protection organizations in India, which are specifically meant to take care of the legal aspect related to the pest and specifically the pesticides, the use of pesticides, which are harmful not only to the human beings, to its animal life, but also overall to the environment. Thank you.